Hello everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel. We are enjoying life's journey while on the path to financial freedom. I talk about goal setting, personal finance, and a little bit about our minimalist lifestyle. Welcome back. We are doing another monthly goals report video for you. I've been enjoying doing these because they kind of have been keeping me motivated and accountable for my own goals. Last month I shared with you the book, The 12-Week Year, and I shared with you vision, my end in mind, meaning how I wanted to be remembered or what accomplishments I wanted to do in life. So I wanted to make sure that my goals are being set accordingly for that path that I had put together from reading the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I shared with you 3 main goals that were for my 12-week year goals, and I also went over the process in how to accomplish those goals using the 12-week year schedule, if you will. So if you want to know more about that, you can check out last month's video to see what I'm talking about. Those 12-week goals, I had them set up in my success journal. I have a different video on what my success journal is if you want to see that. I have 3 main areas in my life that I like to set goals in. I have my personal life, my home life, and my career. So within my personal life, it could be things related to health and fitness, it could be recreation, it could be personal development, things like that. Within my home life, it's our physical home, our family life, and our personal finance. And then within the business, growth within the business, finance goals within the business, things like that. Starting with the personal goals, I had set a smaller goal to finish a book I was reading called Book Yourself Solid. I have not finished that book, so I need to get on it. I kind of did that video in the middle of the month, so I'm kind of, we'll just have to see. For my 12-week year goal, I was going to be getting back on the Primal Blueprint. Ricky and I had done a challenge doing the Primal Blueprint a while back, but we also did a fitness challenge after my youngest was born back in 2014. I kind of started following like a CrossFit type meal plan to get to a certain body fat percent. Now I don't have a way to measure my body fat right now. Before, the gym that I was going to, their scale actually broke down our body weight percent, body mass index, all that stuff. So I haven't actually weighed myself, so I don't really know what I weigh or what my body fat is. So what I'm using kind of as an indicator is just my body composition, okay? So the other thing was breaking that program, Primal Blueprint program, down and getting on a routine. So the first one is getting enough sleep. 8 to 10 hours of rested sleep every night. Now, I usually have it set where I'm able to get 9 hours of sleep, but it's not very restful. A lot of times I'm tossing and turning. Lately, I have been getting up, you guys. I've been getting up between 2:30 and 4 in the morning. Like, I don't know what is going on. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's been weird, but hopefully I can get some better sleep. The other one was to continue with intermittent fasting. Now, I naturally do intermittent fasting. I've never really been someone who eats right when I wake up, so that hasn't been that, it's not really that hard, but this time I'm actually kind of taking note amount of time I go. So basically, I want to go anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, from when I ate the night before to when I eat the next day. And usually, I'm not even hungry until like 14 hours later anyways, so that's kind of something that's just natural. The other thing was sticking to only drinking herbal tea or water, cutting out alcohol except for special occasions or like we're going on the cruise. And then the meals, following that CrossFit meal plan again that I mentioned. So basically I want to eat 3 or 4 of those meals, but I want them to be grain-free. Doing a 20-minute walk every day, doing 2 20-minute workouts a week, and that's just the Primal Blueprint 4 essential movements that they have. I've shared that in another video. Trying to do a 1 or 2 mile hike every weekend. I have not got that done. Doing sprints every 2 weeks. So those were the goals. Those were the things that I wanted, the new habits or the habits I wanted to bring back on a monthly basis, on a daily basis, weekly basis type thing. So for the first month, again, I made that video about halfway through last month, so I've only been a couple weeks into it. Done pretty well, not 100%, but the goal is that you're doing about 80% of what's on there, so you just find a way that you can score it. Biggest thing is I have not drank any alcohol, and I did 1 day of sprinting, and I've done 2 days of the workouts and I have pretty much been walking every day. So I am gradually getting into all of that. Now, some of our indicators to see if I've reached the fitness level that I want to be at would be being able to do a certain amount of squats and push-ups and things like that. So squats, that was no problem. Push-ups, I have a long way to go. Those who watched a while back, I injured my shoulder when we did the sugar beet harvest, and so I kind of stopped working out, you know, because it was kind of like sometimes it flares up on me. So doing push-ups and planks, I'm definitely not that strong. I look stronger than I am, but I have to work on that. Otherwise, you know, the month's going good. I'm only, you know, 1 month down. I've got 2 more months to go, so we'll see where we're at. For my home life, I said my biggest thing right now for my 12-week goal is to finish my legacy folder, the family's legacy folder. Now, what I've done is, if you guys remember, I mentioned that you'd pick 3 hours every week. You know, I'm doing mine on Monday, so for 3 hours on Monday, I only focus on pushing these goals forward, okay? So I've been working on the legacy folder. So what I've done is, the first thing I did was I made up a list of everything that will be, when this is done, everything that will be included in this folder. Just to give you guys an idea. Okay, so that's an idea if you guys want to know what you can put in there. So as you can see, I have stuff checked off. So I am just working my way down the list. A W means it's something that we're working on because it's still on the computer. I haven't printed it out yet. We're working on it. So there is progress being made. I'm pretty sure this will be done in the next, I'm hoping to get it done, like I said, in my 12-week year. And basically what this allows is that if anything happens to me or Ricky or something, or, you know, we're not able to run the household, somebody can come and basically take care of things. They can either run the household, or, you know, if it came time when we passed, everything's laid out there. There's no trying to figure anything out. It's already done for it, pretty much for everybody. So that was my second one. That's for the home, getting that in order. My last one was dealing with the travel business. I wanted to book at least $5,000 worth of commission. I put on here that I was going to get that by doing a cruise night event. Now, I mentioned that one of my to-dos was to contact my host agency and do kind of like a coaching session and see if where I was at on the right track and all that. So there are kind of 2 other trainings that they've suggested that I finish before even contacting our business development manager. When I went to the travel conference in Las Vegas, I met one of our fellow independent contractors, and she threw an event and it was extremely successful, and you know, the BDM came out and all this stuff, and it was really good. So she just made it sound like that would be great, that, you know, we could do that I could do that as well. So when I talked to my host agency, they kind of said, you know, that was kind of one of those situations where it was a real good success, and they're not always like that. So I kind of was a little deflated, I'm not gonna lie. So I sat down and I was just kind of talking with Ricky. That's what we do. We just talk, and it's not that I'm asking him to solve my problems or that he asked me to solve his problems, but we just kind of talk, and it helps you to get ideas, or they might have an idea. You know, he was kind of just saying, hey, you know, the construction guys, they could really use vacation. You know, they could really use someone who could help them with all of that, because, you know, he knows firsthand, you guys know firsthand how much overtime they're doing. They have no time to plan a vacation, but they all need a vacation. So originally I was shooting to try to target the golf resorts in my area, but now I think I'm gonna kind of shoot for Ricky's work. He's already passed out my business card to several people. He's given the office, his HR department, my information as well. So that I haven't, other than talking to my host agency, I haven't really made much progress. We are going on our cruise this month. So I feel once I get back from that cruise, I feel that I'll be a little more confident in pursuing what I'm trying to do. I have more of my personal photos and videos and things like that that will help to kind of push myself as well. I think the biggest thing that's right now that I'm struggling with is, one, I have Elsa, you know, I'm home with Elsa all day, so it's hard for me to want to really promote myself yet, because I don't feel that I can just answer the phone at any time. And so it's kind of, you know, I feel like I'm putting that own limit on myself. And then also about trying to go out and market myself. First starting out, it's always tough. You know, I had my dance studio for 3 years, and I was talking to my friend Heather. She owns her own business. And I said, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time, like, of having the lack of confidence to go out and just push myself, to push it, you know, letting people know, like, hey, I'm here and I can help you. And she was saying, because I knew dance, you know, I danced, that was my life. I started dancing when I was 10, and I was teaching it and I was doing it, and it was a lot different. She's like, this is all brand new to you, you know, so just give it some time. And so I have to remember that this is a business I plan on growing for a lifetime, for the rest of my career. So I have to allow myself that time. That 12-week goal, you know, I'm gonna start plugging away and see, you know, hopefully I can get some new clients or something before the 12 weeks is over, but I'm not gonna focus on the cruise event. Wait on that. Those are my 3 big goals. I mentioned that I had, you know, my success journal. I wrote all these down in my success journal, and then I actually put together, you guys know me. I don't know if you can read it. I'm just gonna kind of scan this up real quick just to give you an idea. Some of you might be like, oh my gosh. Ricky and I have started doing a weekly accountability meeting with each other to talk about our goals. And when I first sat down with this piece of paper, he's like, I don't have to write all that out, do I? And I was like, no. So what I did was I took my goal and I broke it up into what they call lag indicators. So that basically, how will I know I've reached that goal? What are some things I can measure in order to know I've reached that goal? And I put those down. And then I put down the lead indicators, which are what are those steps I'm going to take in order to accomplish that goal. On the side here, I put on here, you know, is it every week, or is it the first week, the second week, the third week of the 12-week year? So when was it? I also, at the top here, I put the performance schedule. That's the one I shared with you guys, and I showed you my schedule. So I just put, you know, on there, breaking down like what are things that I want to make sure are done on a weekly basis. And then I put together just a little check off thing to actually keep track of when I'm doing it. I know what days I'm working on it or what's being done, and then at the end of the week when I meet with Ricky, I kind of score myself and see, you know, how am I doing. So for instance, you know, my first 2 weeks when I was doing the performance sections, I scored myself, and I basically had an 80 or high up to 100, so that was good. I stuck with those. My activities for my health of eating and working out and all of that, first week I was in the 50s. I was maybe committing about half of it, and then I've gotten myself up to about 75%. So I'm getting better. Like I said, the goal is to at least do 85% of what you said you're gonna do. And then as far as the other ones, they're not done on a daily basis. So I just have on here, you know, Monday is the main day to focus on my legacy folder. So did I do it that week? Then the stuff with the travel stuff, I can work on it Monday or Tuesday, depending on, you know, what I'm doing. So the legacy folder is making progress. The business stuff, I gotta pick a different, I gotta kind of reevaluate, whatever. Personal goals, like I mentioned, basically, I still gotta finish that book. And then I'm just gonna continue to focus on my stuff here, my daily routines. For the home, I mentioned I was doing my daily morning routine and I'm doing my zone cleaning, so I've been keeping up with that. So I feel like the house is running very smoothly. Personal finance, we're working on our emergency fund. We're working towards $12,000. We have $2,500, so we're making some progress. We're also working on gradually trying to start increasing what we're investing. The goal is to be investing 15%. I'm going to talk about that in another video because we're going to talk about baby step number 4. Right now we're just doing 3% because we have to get the emergency fund done first, and then also our goal is to pay off the mortgage as fast as we can. So I have a whole nother video that basically I'm going over with how we plan on doing that, so you guys can check those out. Instacart, originally I was trying to do about 20 something hours a week. Ricky is back to his fall schedule, so then I thought I could still work 5 to 7 at night, but that's not even going to work. sometimes he doesn't get home till 5:15. So with Instacart, you have to at least work 2 hours back to back. So Ricky and I agreed I'm just gonna do Sundays with Instacart. So I basically am just scheduling myself for the whole day Sunday. Last Sunday was a really good week. Actually, I made $130 on Sunday. So I think if I can just do the whole Sunday and make, at least $100 or a little bit more, then I'll be happy with that as our side hustle during the week. This way I can just keep focusing on what I'm doing. Also, Ricky has been studying for his exam. He passed his first exam, so the second one is all math. So I've actually been sitting down with him every day and kind of tutoring him on everything, because he's had to do math with decimals and fractions and multiplication, division, all this stuff without a calculator. So I've been tutoring him on that, because many of you know that I am good with numbers. Better for me not to be working Instacart in the evening. I can help him with some stuff that he wants me to help him with, and then Sunday I am doing Instacart. So far that's good. And then YouTube, like I said, I'm trying to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday as far as videos for you guys. I mentioned that last month I wanted to start getting a little bit ahead. So I feel like I'm a little jumbled today because I've already filmed 5 videos on the computer. I think my brain is like, okay, I don't know what else you're going to talk about. It's kind of like rambling now. Thanks for bearing with me with that. I am going to film one more video, I think, today, and that will put me, I'll be like 2 weeks ahead for filming, which is good because we're going on the cruise. Yeah, so then for the last thing, for personal and family fun, is we are going on the cruise this month. So excited. Yeah, so we're gonna be filming, we're gonna do like just regular vlog stuff, but I'm also gonna try to make some separate videos specific to different areas, like all the kids activities, all the family activities, all the adult only activities, room tour, things like that. So I'm gonna, a ship tour. That will be a lot going on in October. So yeah, you guys, so 12-week years, I'm cranking through them. I feel that I've done good so far. I'm making progress. Ricky and I, like I said, we're sitting together on the weekend. Basically, we're sitting down a little bit like Sunday morning. We're kind of sitting down and talking and seeing what the next week looks like and everything like that. It helps when you have somebody to talk to about your goals. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some goals you're working on? Leave it down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.